the Beretta Pico, probably one of the smallest, certainly one of the thinnest 380 pocket guns you're going to find, and we are going to talk about it and even shoot it a little bit today. Stick around. Welcome to Rider's Range while we take a look at the Beretta Pico. Yes, it's in robin's egg blue or teal or whatever you want to call it. They don't make this color anymore as far as I know. In the catalog they have some sort of a purple or lavender or violet or something, as well as the inox with a black frame and the two-tone slide here. But it's still in the catalog. You can still occasionally find them. This is a really little 380 caliber pistol, and I mean small. The thing is just over 7/10 of an inch wide. There's really nothing sticking out, no controls to make it any wider. It only weighs 11.5 ounces with a 2.7 inch barrel. It does have usable sights, and when I lock it open manually, you can see there's nothing in it, so I can demonstrate that it does have strictly a hammer fired double action pull, and it's repetitive double action, so you can get second strike capability if you want to. There is no trigger tab safety on it because it is hammer fired. European style mag release. Push down on that, the mags drop out, and the mags are 6 rounds. There is a flush fit 6 round, which really barely, I mean it's almost a one-finger gun. Can barely get 2 on there, certainly can't get 3, and a little hard to get the mag out, but it does also have extended mags. Now this doesn't extend the capacity, it just gives you a little bit of room for the finger, and I can get a 3-finger grip on it. All right, so I can get a little bit of control. Doesn't have any texture on it. Perfectly smooth. This would make a good belly gun, pocket gun, whatever. In a holster, of course. I wouldn't put a gun in my pocket without a holster. But let's just for kicks see how it works. All right, so we're going to try this gun at 15 yards. I've got 6 rounds of arms core ammunition loaded up in it. People say, why shoot it at 15 yards when it's strictly a bad breath distance gun? That means 3 yards ish. All right, yeah, I know the statistics, 3-3-3, 3 yards, 3 shots, 3 seconds. Some people will say the 21-foot rule, which by the way is not a rule. Look up Dennis Tooler, the late Dennis Tooler, and find out why he came up with that 21-foot rule. And I don't go by averages and statistics. I want to know how well a gun will work in my hand at something greater than your statistically average distance. So we're going to shoot at 15 yards at the top target just to see how this little gun will work. Not much to hang on to, not a great trigger pull, but decent sights. And there's the first shot, and it looks to me like it's really low right. I'm aiming at the center of the top bullseye, and let's try that again. And it went in the same place, so it's what, probably 8 inches low and at least 3 inches to the right. All right, I guess that's probably an acceptable group for 15 yards. And oh, by the way, the slide does stay back. All right, we know we're shooting low right. I'm going to try a little something different here. I've got just 4 rounds of Hornady critical defense ammunition loaded up here in the 6-round mag, which means I'm only going to get 1. That's the flush mag, so I'm only going to get 1 finger on the grip. Yeah, I got to chamber that first round, so not much grip. I'm going to aim at the upper left corner of the paper and see where these critical defense rounds go. All right, so it's a little better centered, and it's still quite a bit low. Only got 4 rounds in here. Try 3 more. Boy, that's a long trigger pull too. All right, now that one went in the bullseye, so it's still shooting low right because I'm aiming at the corner. 2 more to go. And did not fully chamber that last Hornady critical defense. A little push on the slide gets it in there, but again, that's not something I'd want to rely on for defense. So that's about where the first shot went. Let's try shot number 4. And a little bit higher, but still way low. All right, it's again, not your greatest defense gun, but again, at 11.5 ounces, 7/10 of an inch, just over 7/10 of an inch in width. It is a pocket gun. In fact, I got a friend of mine who's retired law enforcement who does carry the Pico. Not the Robin's Egg Blue or teal one, but he does carry the Pico as his defensive gun. And he was a competitive shooter for a long time. I know he's one of the instructors at the police department he retired from. Very good shot, highly respected, but this is what he's happy with. All right, I'm going to see, just for kicks, even though I know it's shooting low right, I'm going to just see if I can run the plates. I'm not going to take this thing out to, well, yeah, I am. I think I'll probably shoot it at 50 yards at least one shot. And again, why? Well, only because I want to try it. We're going to set the camera up just for 12 yards here and try the plates just to see how it works. Okay, I've got 6 rounds of PPU ammunition loaded up in this little Pico 380. You can't, it does. The slide stop lever does actually work to close the slide. So let's just see for kicks what it'll do, understanding that I've got to aim high left. 6 rounds, 6 plates. Let's see if I can make any of them work here. Well, that one didn't. All right, I'm aiming off the plate at 10 o'clock. Actually, almost 11 o'clock. All right, I have some hand-loaded ammunition here, actually commercially remanufactured. By the way, the slide stop lever does work. All right, commercially remanufactured. This is downloaded just a little bit. Let's just see, aiming high. Actually, I'm going to just stick the gong right there in the middle. It rings them all. All right, you know I've got to try it. I'm not going to deep bother with 25. I'm just going to see if I can hit that big 18 by 24 inch square down there at 50 yards, just to see if it'll do it. I know I'll be criticized for it, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, the first 2 rounds for this Beretta Pico are PPU 94 grain. The next 4 rounds are 95 grain arms core full metal jacket. And again, it's not a 50-yard gun. I understand that. Go ahead and put the comments down there about how I shouldn't be shooting at this kind of distance, but I just want to see if I can hit something that's basically torso size at 50 yards, not that I would ever have to in a defensive situation, just to see if it can. See if it'll ring that gong. I'm going to aim way up off the high left corner at 50 yards and just see if I can hit it. I didn't get it. Can't hear it or not. Let's go for a center. No. And the answer is no. All right, we know it's not a 50-yard gun anyway, but I had to try it. All right, the Beretta Pico, one of the smallest, lightest, thinnest pocket 380s you're going to find. And again, not a 50-yard gun, we understand that. Not even where you want to shoot it at 15 yards, but again, I can hit that silhouette at 12 with no problem, understanding that it's just shooting a little low right. But again, a bad breath gun, it'll work. Pocket gun in a holster in the pocket. Again, decent sights, probably the best sights on a little pocket 380 I've ever seen. So that's it, short look at the Beretta Pico 380 caliber little gun out here on Riders Range. Hey, thanks for stopping in.